Welcome back to the CNN Presidential Town Hall with Senator Bernie Sanders. Senator, we have a question from Young Jung So, a student from Massachusetts who's studying political science and finance.
Hi, I'm a student at the George Washington University, which touts an impressive $73,000 sticker cost. The current trends in America show the cost of college continuing to skyrocket as the workforce is becoming more and more reliant on seeking employees with a higher education background. As president, how will you work to alleviate this issue?
Well, thank you very much for raising an issue of enormous consequence. Look, we live in a competitive global economy, and if this economy in the United States is going to work, we need to have the best educated workforce in the world. 30 or 40 years ago, we actually did. We no longer do have the best educated workforce, and you indicated the reason why. Right now, you got hundreds of thousands of bright young people who cannot afford to go to college. We have young people like you who do go to college, and they leave school $50,000, $100,000 in debt. I will never forget, in Burlington, Vermont, talking to a young physician, and she said, Bernie, I graduated medical school, $300,000 in debt. Saw a dentist in Iowa, $400,000 in debt. Frankly, that is crazy. We want you to get the best education you can without having to pay off outrageous levels of debt for decades. So what is the answer? The answer, in fact, is to understand that a higher education today is the equivalent of what a high school education was 40 or 50 years ago. And that means we make public colleges and universities tuition free, and we substantially lower the outrageous levels of student debt. Right now, you have young people carrying debt with interest rates of 6%, 7%, 8%, and that is nuts. And then Wolf is going to ask me in 3 minutes, how are we going to pay for that? Yes, Wolf?
Go ahead.
All right. And we're going to pay for that by a tax on Wall Street speculation. That's how we do it, and that covers that. Now, I found it interesting that last year, many of my conservative friends didn't bother to ask Donald Trump how he would pay for $1 trillion in tax breaks to the 1% and private corporations. And if we can give $1 trillion in tax breaks to people who don't need it, we can make public colleges and universities tuition free all over this country. And that is a very high priority for me.